Dalrymple.
Dalrymple. Give me a Dalrymple and Coke.
Prepare yourselves, fools. This program contains graphic language like fuck, shit, and cunt. It also contains discussions about violence and graphic descriptions of gore, such as cunt punning a dead nun while the entrails and blood splatter your face in your new shirt. I digress. This show is for adults, so dispose of your children as you see fit. Now silence and enjoy the show.
Joan, get me a Snapple.
Bigfoot, undisputedly the world's most entertaining cryptid. Join the Reverend Jeff Kelly and your old pal Wes as they discuss the best and worst the media has to offer. Movies, books, TV shows, commercials, all on Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly.
That's right, everybody. Welcome to Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly, and I am one of the hosts of this mess. I'll get my picture up there in a moment. I'm trying to do something. The Reverend Jeff Kelly. That's right. That's me. I am actually an ordained reverend, so stop asking me if I love Jesus. Of course I do. Little baby Jesus, he lives down the street here. He was born just a couple of days ago. Usual is our very knighted, God bless it, I got playback in my ear, the Sir Wesley Losner of Lounge. How you doing, buddy?
Buenos dias, mi amigos.
Oh, God, please tell me you don't have like a 20-second delay between us
No,
tonight.
I don't
That's
think
gonna
so.
be okay. Good. Yeah, you picked up real quick on that. I was bringing up the chat. That's what had me disturbed at the beginning of the show. Oh my God, you guys aren't gonna be professional. I'm gonna fucking turn this shit off. Well, there you go, people. We're not gonna be professional, so you might as well go ahead and turn this shit off right now. But if you're not worried about us being professional and you just want to hang out with a couple of goofballs and talk about some funny Bigfoot stuff, that's what we're going to do tonight, man. Something in the woods. That's right. It's been all over our Facebook I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing it. I had to watch it. I had to watch it, so everybody says something in the woods is fantastic. Something in the woods is absolutely fabulous. So I had to watch it. Finally, we found a copy for Wes to watch as well, and we got it in the bucket. So tonight we're bringing you Something in the Woods. It was a Bigfoot movie, and certain things happened, and we'll talk about that as we go along. Wesley, tell us about the story, man. It's a flashback of a flashback of a flashback.
We'll get into that right now.
I was a little confused how many flashbacks we were going to get into in this to get the story going, but
so the copy being on one of those websites, it was a good copy. I gotta say, it played easy.
Oh, it should have been. Yeah, you should have been like 1080p right there, bro.
Yeah,
whatever your laptop could do.
Yeah. So you get this scary music and the typical Bigfoot scenery. There's something in those woods, so they're going to show you the woods. And then right towards about a minute and a half in, a radio show starts playing, and they're like talking about Bigfoot sightings, and people are calling in like, I saw Bigfoot,
I done seen this half twins.
He was touching Terry's testicles, I'm telling you.
And the sad part is you could tell that it was all voiceover, that there was no actual radio program, that it was it was definitely for the movie. But you're right, it was just like, yeah, I seen that son of a bitch. I even took me a pot shot at his fat ass. I believe.
I believe. You got that. Yeah, so, all right. So, dude's driving. Okay, you're seeing this guy again and again and again. And I don't know what the fuck his name is, so let's call him...
We'll call him Graybeard.
Yeah, Graybeard. All right, cool. I was gonna call him Chubby Cliff.
But... No. We'll call him Graybeard. A chubby Cliff. Yeah, I was thinking, or an extra chubby Lauren Coleman.
Yeah.
Well, we can call him Graybeard.
Graybeard's good. Graybeard's less offensive, I guess. So old Graybeard fucking pulls up to this house, and there's an even older, hairless Graybeard who is his dad. Graybeard. Now, by this point, you can tell that this movie's dubbed, and this movie's like written. I like instantly.
It's not dubbed. It's definitely in English.
No, it's dubbed as fuck. And
no,
we'll
dude.
Get to that.
No, dude. This movie is definitely in English.
Did not. No, it's in English. I'm telling you, but there's that kid, the oldest son. That's not his real voice. That's not that kid. I'm telling you,
there might have been some voiceover work that was done afterwards. Yes,
all over that.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of like the first gunshot. Well, we'll get to the gunshots and why. Yeah. But
so this dude starts talking to his dad. He wants to fucking hear this story that he told.
Hey, Dad, you know, nobody really believes in Bigfoot, but I remember that one time when I was a kid that you were heard a story about Bigfoot, and then I heard some noises in the woods. So now that it's been 63 years later, will you tell me that story?
Yeah. So basically, the dad's like, after that, because it's basically what he said. And, you know, the dad's like, well, let's go eat your mom's lunch.
Yeah, mama's cooking lunch. And then we'll talk.
Yeah, then we'll talk. So they grub. They don't sit and bullshit you not 1 minute. They get you straight to the story because they're already done eating by the time they show him in the kitchen. And he's like, all right, let's go talk. Where's my pipe? I love that guy.
I love that guy too. Wrong kind of pipe, but
yeah, wrong kind of pipe.
Where's still, my pipe?
Just that mentality. But so they go and he starts telling them the story, right?
So we flash back to one flashback.
Yeah, we're flashback to this when the dad heard the story. Okay, so you're seeing him as a young man, and he's the boss of the guy that told the story and shit like that, right? So then fucking the dude shows up and starts telling him the story. So the dude's like, okay, well, it all started here. So then you get another fucking flashback. So it's a story within a story of a story being told by someone who wrote a story.
Right.
Get that in your nuggets. Yeah, so fucking I'm laughing in my notes, and then fucking I just have it. There's a scene where the kid's like playing with his airplane. He's just out there, and he's like, and then he sees Biggie.
Dude, yeah, like so many kids probably have come across a ham squanch just like watching them because we've heard the stories. The Bigfoot, watch children or are attracted by the sounds of children playing and, seem to be obscene in those areas where kids are playing. But that's just like creepy as this movie progresses, the relationship between that Sam Squanch that he saw in the field while he's playing with his airplane and this little blonde kid throughout the movie.
Yeah. Now, okay, everyone, this is about 4 or 5 minutes into this movie, all right, this scene. And I'm already going crazy because of the way that this is dubbed. And I swear it's dubbed. Dude. Like the kid does not, I don't think that kid spoke a lick of fucking English or sounded like a fucking old Siberian husky eating peanut butter or something. Like I don't know.
I have that issue with my copy.
Oh
dude, I'm telling you.
It was so bad, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this is so horrible."
The DVD version of it does not have that issue that I could see at all. I did not. I did not think that this movie was in Hungary.
It seems like this movie was written by a 5th grader. Is what it's.
Well, I don't want to insult these people because they're in our Bigfoot community. So
I'm just saying. it's just the way the acting comes off, and I'm not, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, this movie, like, this fucking movie had so much potential, and I'll get to it. Like each, like the acting was just so bad that, like, you guys had this fucking amazing movie, and I think you should reshoot it in 2 years and have people really practice the roles and just reshoot the same fucking movie. And I guarantee, and get a kid that can fucking speak. And because this is like how I told you, like how I liked Howls. Like, this movie, it was just what you hear stories of, the Bigfoot being Bigfoot, like not fucking killing anyone,
right?
Snatching up the broad and fucking ripping her titties out, not
right.
Like it's not,
just Sam Squanch in the woods. It's not.
Yeah, it's not revenge. I'm killing you. You killed. Like you killed my fucking baby mama and shit.
And the older kid. The older kid's a G, man. He's got a tandem bike. He's riding around with a little blonde on the back. We're talking about, we'll meet up tomorrow. She's like, yeah, I'll even bring a picnic lunch. So, dude, she's already, like, on it because he's got a tandem bike, bro. I mean, that's legit, man. He might not be able to speak English or act very well, but the character that they've got written into this is just, he's legit, man.
No, I don't know what the fuck it was. It's like they were like, no, you didn't sound too great the first take, so we're going to dub you in. So just say this into the microphone. That's what it feels like to me. It just feels like everyone's like looking at a fucking
I'll have to rewatch it again.
And reading their lines and shit. And someone's standing there going,
just read the card, son. Just read the card.
Because it just seems like, I don't know, man. Oh, but this fucking movie would have been so good.
I will say that the camera edits are spot on. I mean, the camera editing was very. The filming of it, the structure of the movie, the way the movie looked was fantastic.
Everything Bigfoot did, everything
great.
Yes, everything except the humans.
The humans just sucked.
The humans.
I'm sorry.
Except that little boy, the little boy that was like talking to them, and we'll get to that.
The little blonde kid.
But the little kid, he was good, and it looked like he could fucking.
The mama was halfway decent, but even the damn sheriff was a fucking clown.
It seems so scripted. Like I don't know how to say it. I don't know, but it was, I don't know. But yeah, so the kid sees Biggie. He fucking, Biggie stands up. Kid fucking hightails it, tells his mom. They come back and it smells like poo, and the kid fucking says it, and it's like this little funny moment. And then so there's that scene where that like dude's like drinking on the job and shit, and it gets written up, and you feel like you're gonna have this like beef with these guys, so like this is gonna be a part of the story, like
right, like set up nemesis number one. You can't be drinking on the job, boy. Well, I just had one beer with my lunch, says the alcoholic. I mean, seriously, if you can't wait 8 hours from the time you get up in the morning to the time you get off work to have a beer, you're a drunk. Whether you're an alcoholic or not is not even in the picture. Of course you're an alcoholic. If you can't wait 8 hours from the time you wake up in the morning, or at least till the time you leave the house, if you have to have a drink in the morning, you're already an alcoholic, period. But if you can't wait that 8 hours not to have a drink, you're also a drunk. Anyhow, moving right along here.
Jim Leahy is a drunk.
I am the liquor, Ricky. I am the liquor.
Yeah, so, all right, so after that whole bullshit with work, and they have that whole scene, there's some other scenes before that. The kid's on his bike, and this is the dubbed kid. He's riding on his bike, and fucking, he, starts hearing trees popping and shit, and, like, this is after he drops off the girl on
After he drops off that little hottie, yeah, dude.
Yeah. So then you see Biggie shaking.
Jesus Christ, these kids are like 8. Sorry, folks.
Wow.
Moment of inappropriate.
Yeah, so Biggie's shaking the tree, right? Biggie's shaking the tree, and I don't know if the kid sees Biggie, but the kid like hears the noise and fucking is riding his bike, and that noise is like following him everywhere he was going. So then the kid gets home and he's like shook it off like nothing, you know, like his physical acting was there. I guess he didn't speak loud enough or something. I don't know, maybe, you know, because I can't hate on the kid, you know, because he did a good job. But so then the fucking kid feeds like pigs or some shit.
Yeah, he feeds the hogs some cracked corn, like that's gonna feed them fucking pigs for long.
And then the dad gets home and the kid tells him, you know, about
I saw a big hairy man in the field, Paul.
Huh?
Yeah, and he stunk like the Grinch.
And then the other kid tells his dad what happened. And then the dad's like, it's probably a bear, just a bear, you know. So then the dad ends up going out there to check it out. And they find hair on the fence that smells like rotten egg, he said. Shit,
he says, that don't look like no bear. Ain't twarn't no bear.
Yeah.
Definitely twarn't no bear. It was all too stringy to be bear hair. So what is it, Paul? I don't know, but here, let's illegally cross this fence and go look for it some more. I mean,
yeah, so they walk and then they smell something. And then they hear the brush popping. I'm guessing that was brush. I don't know. I'm speaking my...
And I think that's like the last time or the one right after this that they mentioned the stink ever again. Much like Kevin Costner's English accent in Robin Hood, the stink kind of loses focus. It was big time focus through the whole front of the movie, but later on in the movie when they're looking for this creature, apparently it doesn't stink anymore because they can't find it.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude was like, I mean, think about it. All right, we'll talk about that as we move on.
Yeah, so the dude's out walking and he's with his kid, and so the dude sees Biggie and he tells his kid, you know, when we get to this clearing right here, you're going to book it to that house and I'm going to distract him, you know, and everything like that. And there's that whole scene. So the kid goes off running and fucking Biggie bolts it like he's chasing after the fucking kid.
Dude, that was like, what was the hell? The Zimbiggy Umbubu of the fucking Summer Olympics, dude. That friggin' Kenyan runner, whatever the hell that guy's real name was. Biggie was hauling ass in that suit. Whoever was in the suit was a legit athlete. Yeah. Because that thing was moving, and whoever built the suit obviously built it. You know, we'll talk about that too. But built it to last. Because they were moving in that suit. This wasn't some fragile suit that was going to fall apart. You know, like some Bigfoot movies we've seen. This suit was a legit suit.
Yeah, so it seems like Biggie's chasing him, right? We're not going to call him guilty yet. And so the kid gets stuck in like a fence and falls over. And Biggie's hauling ass and just hauls ass right past him. Doesn't even stop for the kid, just keeps running. Dude. And smashing branches and shit as he's running around and everything. And then they get back to the house. And this is the scene I love because they say the title. There's something in the woods.
Like Peter Griffin loves it when they say the title of the movie. Yeah. There's something in the woods. Ah, there it is. He said it.
Yeah. So, the dude tells his wife, and like, then there's that whole scene where everybody is just telling him great dinner and everything, and that's when all that howling.
Yeah, it was started. I don't know what the hell that was, but yeah, it was just like it was like a yak had its nuts stuck in a barbed wire fence. And it was screaming about it.
Dropped down 2 octaves.
Right. Like a yak was laying on his back upside down with his nuts twisted inside of the barbed wire fence. And then they dropped it a couple. Yeah, it was horrible. And so what does Papa do? The Mr. Bad Actor himself.
Goes out, shoots his gun, yells, "Shut up.
Shut up." Like it's some fucking dog in the woods, dude. Yeah. Shut up, you mango mutt. Oh my God. It does shut up.
So this is
that was night 1.
an enjoyable part for me because this is the scene right after that where you hear these little growls and the kid's looking out the window, and then you start hearing the fucking
yeah, the samurai chatter. This was much more believable than the Sierra sounds was. So I'm just saying.
It was slower. It wasn't, but it was. But it was basically that, but slower.
You talk funny.
Yeah, there's that whole scene.
And then Biggie puts his hand up there.
Yeah.
Thunk.
And they do that whole
now, I got a bone to pick about with
other.
that. Yeah, I got a bone to pick about that whole touching themselves through the glass thing there. That's all well and good. Primates will do that kind of stuff. Gorillas do it at the zoo. I'm down with it and all. But next morning, right?
Yeah.
Ma, Pa, and the kids are sitting at the table and they're talking about things that happened. And, little Carol Ann, that's what I'm going to call that blonde-haired kid, from Poltergeist. Little Carol Ann says, well, he came and visited me in my room last night.
Yeah.
And the father's, looking at him like, trying to get his, is he telling the truth or not? Well, he touched my window. And the papa goes, bad acting and all. Oh, I'm going to go check into this real quick. So he goes around the house and he looks out the window, and it's like Bigfoot wiped his ass crack before he touched that window and left it just as muddy and dirty as possible. It's like there was a shit covered
into the school down the streets, and it was Sloppy Joe Day.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, why the fuck would Bigfoot have that on his hand, number one? Because when you showed us the Bigfoot hand, it didn't have any hair on it. So this wouldn't be shit that was stuck to hair. This would literally been like shit that was smeared on that thing's skin. Did you literally rub the ass crack and just get it? Did you give us a good Willie Joe Wilson? That's right. Here's a Willie Joe Wilson for you, kid. Is that why he always stinks? Anyhow.
That's just my funk, kid. Love it.
I mean, you could have left a mark on the window that big without it being looking like a turd covered hand, but okay.
So the dad, after that, calls his friends.
Oh, call the sheriff. No, I can't call the sheriff. He'll think I'm crazy. I know. I'll call two drunks with guns. That's always a good idea. Make sure y'all bring a couple cases, okay?
Now, I've seen one of these guys before in one of these Bigfoot movies before, so I know connected somehow with someone because I've seen him in one of the movies we've done before. I know I have.
Or somebody who looks very similar.
Yeah, but so then once those guys get there, the dude tells them what they're really hunting, and then the friend tells the whole story about the crew tracks in the 50s and shit like that, and then he goes and shows everybody that handprint. So then fucking what's it called? He sees that the two hogs are gone. His two pigs. Yeah, that's right. Right after that is the whole pig scene. And
what the hell can pick up 200-pound pigs and carry them up? Well, I don't know. Look at them damn tracks over there.
So they follow the tracks. And
well, of course you do.
You're following the tracks montage where they play some music and everything. I like
a little bit of drone footage.
I like that they didn't overkill it with music, but at the same time, man, you could have just done without it and kept that creepy shit and just gone. I feel like I'm tearing this shit apart. This movie with different actors.
You give this a big budget, and it could have been a blockbuster.
Yeah. I think it would contend with
even if we could have gotten, even if we could have gotten, what's his name? Stallone, Frank. Even if we could have gotten Frank Stallone and Danny Bonaducci into this.
Fucking, no, what's his name? Fucking C. Thomas Howell, man.
C. Thomas Howell. They've all done shitty Bigfoot movies. If we could get them just to group up and do a movie like this, We'll get the little kids. I don't know any little kids that are on. We'll get those little kids from Stranger Things. And we'll get we'll get them on the show. The little girl can play. There was a little girl riding on the back of the thing. She can wear a wig. We'll get those kids to come in and play the kids, and we'll remake this thing and we'll make billions.
Yeah. So I don't know what. Biggie was messing with some shit, and then the dude finds they find that structure, that teepee looking fucking stick shit, and then Biggie throws a big ass fucking stick at him. So they all start just fucking shooting their guns off and everything. You get Biggie vision for a bit, and they're like, "All right, let's go back on the porch, get drunk, and see if he just comes to us." The answer that all squatchers, let's sit by the fire and get drunk.
Yeah, let's just sit around and get drunk. That way, if it does show up, we're too fucking inebriated to be able to do anything about it. That sounds like a really fucking good idea.
Can you see that?
Hey, you hear that? Yeah.
No one's gonna believe this.
No, because your dumb ass was drunk.
Yeah, so after that whole scene of them drinking and shit, they call it a night, and then right as the dude's getting ready for bed, people, are leaving. There's a loud bang. The wife comes and tells the dude, something's out there. So the fucking guy goes out there with his gun, and he looks, and he sees this dead rabbit, and then Biggie's hand takes it.
Oh, dude, that was an awesome scene. That was freaky.
Like I said,
I was
every
just
scene with Bigfoot, that guy fucking did it, and the way that
the directing was
filming,
great.
Yeah, the way they filmed it, that was perfect.
Yeah, the cameraman was perfect. The director was perfect. The lighting was perfect. It was the right amount of creepiness. It was the right amount of editing in with the music. It was perfect. And then Douche Bigelow just opens his mouth, and it becomes my church group's fucking Bigfoot movie. Hey, this is a good spot to stop, and let's talk about the people that are hanging out there in the live podcast tonight. How you doing out there in the chat room on YouTube? That's right. If you catch us live at 8 p.m., you can usually come out and say hi to us there as well. Sam Rivera, yeah, we're having an argument. The Sierra Sounds is bullshit. Buck Nye, the Bigfoot guy. That's right. Dave Jackson's in the house.
Dave Jackson.
Rock City Marco. Yeah, man.
Marco Jackson.
I'm going to party with that guy. Stars shine, waiting in the sky. That's right.
I don't know the song you're singing, but...
Neither do I. It's Starman in the Sky. The Martian is the last time I heard it. Daniel Walker. That's right. How you doing?
Daniel the Walker.
Texas Come on Ranger. Down. That's right. You're the next contestant on Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly. Let's see here. Anna Baz. Hey, glad you could show up tonight. You've been missing from us. We've missed you. That's right. I noticed. If your boyfriend hasn't noticed, I have. What does that tell you about me? That's right. Let's see who's out there. Kurt Harris. That's right. It does not.
I thought you were about to say Kirk Douglas, so I was about to be all excited. But I'm excited for you too, Kurt. Don't worry.
That's right. Glad you could. Oh, excuse me. I had to get that build up and out. How you doing, buddy? Glad you could join us as well. Let's see who else is floating around. Y'all talk a lot. This is fabulous. This is exactly why we wanted this. Look, it's Rod Debris
in the motherfucking place to be, y'all.
That's wrong.
This is for you, Rod.
Obsidian Radio. Glad you could join us as well. Let's see here. Who else is floating around? Boy, that's right. I'm floating around as well, boy. John Leland. How you doing, sir? John. Come on down. You're the next contestant.
Spin the wheel.
We're on Bigfoot Entertainment. That's right. Spin the wheel. James Dalrymple. I have a Dalrymple and Coke. That's right. Last edition was the Dalrymple edition, so if you missed it, you might want to go and check that one out. Let's see here.
Old Dalrymple.
Get your Dalrymple out of your ass, guys. That's right.
Put that Dalrymple away.
Hey, I see that Dalrymple. You better put that thing and point it in a different direction. All right. Well, that's who's hanging out there live. If I haven't said your name, wait. There's a few people that got in here at the bottom here. California Pickin'. Yeah,
California
there he is.
Pickin'.
He finally said hello, dude.
Hello.
Yes. Well, okay. Other than that, I think that's the only ones. Oh, nope. Jeremy Mitchell. You got in as well.
Jeremy Mitchell.
That's right. Jeremy Mitchell. It almost sounds like an STD in China. Hey, Tong Jeremy Mitchell. No, maybe not. All right. So back to the back to the movie here.
Yeah. So we're gonna skip over the howling and all that bullshit that goes on, and then there's this church scene, and this guy's giving the sermon, and then the whole time the dude's giving the sermon, the dad is like straight just drawing Biggie on Bigfoot. Yeah. So then fucking. After church, the dude's talking to his buddies that helped him hunt and showing him the picture and everything. He's talking about how he's going to go tell the sheriff and everything. So they're at this diner, right?
Oh yeah, here comes the morality scene. This is where the Bigfoot movie stopped for me, and the moral scene showed up, because right before the church scene was also a dinner scene where everybody was saying grace. It was like the Christian showed up. There wasn't anything that was swinging that way until right there at this point, and then 3 points in a row, bam, bam, bam. It was like the moral police showed up.
Yeah, so
they're in this restaurant having, brunch after church, and Mr. West will pick it up from there.
Yeah, so the guy that he had an issue with at work that was drinking on the job was over there talking about getting laid at the table across from this dude and his family. So the dude's like, hey, man, watch your mouth, which is the respectable thing. You're in a freaking diner.
And it's like, right after church. It's not 2 a.m. on a Friday night.
It's the the word duh. Everybody who's watched this show, the word fuck comes out of my fucking mouth. I don't understand how it just fucking happens. And so we deal with it. That's me. It's been that way my whole life. In school, everything, I wrote fuck in all my shit because there's just no escaping it. It just comes out of my mouth. It was a word that just, it's perfect. So anyways, I forget what the fuck we're talking about, but so then this fight breaks out between these guys. Now, this is like, they were like, hey, Suzanne, didn't you say your cousin choreographed some kind of fucking video or some shit? So they hired this guy. He drives down and he tells them, all right, boys, this is how you're going to fight. Yeah. So it's like we got the practice video of them going extra slow. Like you're watching these punches go and hitting each other, and you're just like, are you fucking, come on, bro. Like,
put a little bit of effort into this. Come on,
something. Like, you've already dubbed this kid 50 million times. Speed the fight scene up to make it look real. You know what I'm saying? It won't hurt the movie.
He didn't slam his face in a plate. He just smushed his nose in a potato. Here,
slowly.
Take that. Yeah, it was,
God. Yeah, so the fucking...
Again, it was the humans that ruined the movie.
Yeah.
The directing was fine. The camera angles
everything was great. It's just... There's some fuck-ups that just are unexplainable. And it just made... Like I told him earlier, I'm depressed because of this movie, because if you take the humans out of it and just add in all the suspenseful shit and everything and just the Bigfoot and what's going down, it just leaves the gun floating in the fucking air. Take all the humans out of that shit. We'll keep the sheriff and some of the other people that did their job all right. But just have the gun floating when it's the dad looking for the Bigfoot. That would be more believable to me to the story. I'm sorry. It drove me crazy. I'm not the only one. There's some people I talked to that watch this movie too, and they told me the same thing. But I won't name any names. But yeah, so the sheriff comes actually, so that fucking is a real quick, Y'all
knock it off or I'll put you both in jail.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
they fix that problem in the plot and got the sheriff in the story. He breaks up the fight. The dude tells him to come sit with his family, so everyone
and the last thing
tells
he
him what
says
they
to the
saw.
two douchebags as they're leaving is, "See you at work tomorrow."
Yeah.
Like reminding him that he's their supervisor. I would have been like, "Yeah, don't bother coming to work tomorrow, jackass. If
Yeah,
you're
you
drunk,
pricks.
if you're drunk at brunch time on Sunday, you're not an alcoholic. You're a drunk, and I can't trust you. You're fired. You're done. You're out of here. Screw you." Plus, this jackass swung at me. Fuck you. You think you're not replaceable? I got news for you. I'll hire 8 Mexicans to take your place, and I still make less money.
What's it called?
That's right.
So the sheriff tells the dude, "You're not the only one that's reported this and shit like that," you know. So the sheriff didn't think the dude was crazy, so that was like a relief for that guy. And so the sheriff, like, you know, it's like, I can't really do anything, you know, like, and everything. And then the kid tells the sheriff, "You got a big belly." That scene, and then the sheriff walks away. So then the sheriff told that dude to go talk to his neighbor because his neighbor called it in a few times. So that guy goes to talk to the neighbor after dropping off his wife, you know. And so he's at the neighbor's house, and the neighbor's just like talking Bigfoot, Sasquatch, everything. "It ate my dog." So I guess it killed some of his chickens, ate his dog, fucking messed with his DVR. I don't know.
Took the satellite off his outhouse.
Yeah. So what's it called? The dude ends up like borrowing a chicken from his neighbor.
Yeah, hey, can I borrow a chicken? What for? Well, I'm gonna build me a trap. Guess you shoot his ass and kill it. Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Not
Need some
hey,
rope?
not hey, you want me to grab my gun and come with you? We can kill it together? No, none of that. There's a whole bunch of this asshole telling people, "Nah, I got it. I'm cool. I got this covered." The sheriff actually looked at him. There's a whole giant hole. The sheriff looked at him and said, "Well, you know, this kind of is outside of my realm. Motherfucker, there's a dangerous ass animal. There's a dangerous ass animal attacking a family in your jurisdiction. And this is outside your realm?" Well, because it is
There's
an animal.
numbers to call, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Animal control. You call the Mississippi Institute of Swamp Creatures. I don't know. You call somebody. You don't just go, "Oh, fucking it's outside of my realm there, Hank. But good luck with it. Let me know how it turns out.
Yeah.
Hope they don't eat your family."
Yeah, so right after that, there's that scene, the kid fucking is playing with his dad's gun and gets caught by the mom, and then fucking...
Oh, my God, yeah, that was another PSA. Don't let your kids play with... Never touch this gun in this house again.
Yeah, because the dad chewed him out later, too. And so they go... The dad has the older dubbed kid come and dub his ass out to help him with the fucking trap that they set. They set like a little chicken trap and shit.
He tells him to go grab a bunch of limbs. He comes back with one limb.
Yeah, and then this is where it's in my notes right here. This is dubbed horrible, and there's some different kid, and it's question mark, different kid? Like, there's no way that this kid is the kid that I've been hearing and shit. So it's like they changed the voice of the kid halfway through. I don't know. I don't understand. It drove me crazy.
T-Fish, T-Fish, what the hell you doing, T-Fish? Get over here, T-Fish. Don't do that, T-Fish. T-Fish, T-Fish.
Like, "Hey, T-Fish." But yeah, so fucking the dude sits up in the trap and is like up there for like 10 minutes and just is ready to pass out. And then so they cut in what's it called? You hear the chicken, and the chicken wakes up the guy, and so the bushes are moving and everything, and then so the dude just fucking shoots, and he ends up shooting a fucking boar, big old hog.
Snaggly, big old.
So then he just gives up on his fucking mission and is like, say, fuck it. And
yep, I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Tells his fam, tells his wife, and then the wife makes
Oh, don't
a
worry,
joke
the
about
Sam's Ranch
bacon.
won't come back.
Yeah, yep. Well, at least we'll have bacon.
I got this. Don't worry.
So the next morning, he goes to look for the pig and shit, and it was gone. So he goes back, tells his wife, and there's like this like random ass scene where there's a guy with a chainsaw. He cuts a tree down, and he like fucking pushes the tree a bit, and it cuts, and fucking it's the mom and kids in the backyard. And they see Biggie, and that's when Biggie goes to the back door, and the wife's freaking out, calls 911. The dad gets home, the sheriff's there, and all that whole scene. And the sheriff's like, "Well, we can wrestle up a posse."
We get us up a Boston. We don't chase that one black fella up out of town because there ain't no black people in this movie.
Yeah.
Ain't a single black person anywhere, not in the diner, not on any of the streets. They ain't no black folk in this movie at all. We chased that on that one colored feller. You remember him? Chased him with the dogs and all. Bet you we can get a posse going.
Yeah. I don't even think I saw Mexican.
I don't believe I saw anything but what appears to be European white people. But hey, still, it was a great story.
Yeah.
You gotta have
Just
one token black guy.
horribly.
It's part of the formula of a Bigfoot movie. There's gotta be one black dude or one black chick or a black couple. That's how it works. Anyhow, you can have a Mexican couple, but you still gotta have the black couple. That's the way it works.
Yeah. So there's a whole scene where the dad flips out on the sheriff and says, "This is my land. I ain't leaving." And so then it cuts to the original guy.
Realizing that he ain't got nowhere to go. He ain't got enough money to go rent nothing. His house ain't worth shit, but he's going to try and sell it anyhow. Can't go live nowhere until the house sells so he can buy another shithole somewhere else. I mean, it's not like he was living in the Taj friggin' Mahal. Yeah. He was living in a cabin on the edge of the woods with barely any electric. But, hey, let's just move. Yeah, great, bitch. Yeah. You got a job? You have you been walking the streets at night, baby? Is that what's going on here? You're telling me that you got 50 grand? Let's go. Oh no? Then shut the fuck up and cook something. I got shit to kill.
So, what's called?
There goes our women's ratings.
Well, that was him. That wasn't me, ladies. But anyways, so that scene ends and they cut to the original guy that went to go see his dad, and his dad's like drifting off in the middle of the story. So they thought they'd throw in this little like humorous like, "Wake up, Dad, finish the story." So they go right back to the story, just like how it happened. And just like how I said.
It's like somebody had to kick Grandpa. Like he fell asleep or something.
Yeah,
and his son
restart that fucking motor. Come on.
Come on. Take a couple more puffs off of that pipe and finish this story, old man. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So then the fucking husband and wife argue. And while the dude's in the shower, because they argued about some, I don't know, plumbing too, and the Bigfoot, I guess. And, like, I guess when they flush their toilet, the water gets really cold. But that's pretty much every fucking bathroom. Like,
see, it always gets hot in my house.
Yeah, it's either hot or cold. You're either
when you flush the toilet, you're using the cold water to fill the friggin' toilet up, so it fucking gets hot. And unfortunately, in my apartment, we share, like, this 5,000-gallon hot water tank at the corner of the friggin' building. So when your neighbor flushes the toilet, like, friggin' 4 units down, you got to be careful.
Yeah. So the wife flushes the toilet on the dude, and then they make up and kiss. They're about to get funky with it in the shower, and the kid fucks it up and is like, "Yo."
There's like no privacy in this house.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's showering with the door to begin with, but he's like
smashing in the barn, doing something. So the dad goes out to look. He hears fucking crash.
With that ugly ass robe. Yeah, that cheap ass terry cloth friggin' 20-year-old robe. By the way, I noticed your 1971 pickup truck in the movie that was supposed to take place in 1967, but we just let that one slide from the beginning. Yeah, that was a time traveling truck right there, boy.
There's a lot of things that time traveled in.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. It was supposed to be the late 60s, but yeah,
kid
not
was
so
walking
much.
Down the street with an iPod.
What the hell?
He was like.
Yeah, why am I looking at your pussy? Oh, wait, there you are. You're back.
Whoa. Yeah, so what's it called? the fucking Biggie was like on the top fucking thing of the barn, wherever the fuck it's called.
Up at the hayloft.
Yeah, so
That's
he
called the
tosses
hayloft.
fucking big old lump of hay down at the fucking dude.
And so
And
if he wanted to
jumps
kill him, he
down.
could have. Yeah, if he wanted to kill him, he could have. But instead,
Yeah.
he just knocked the gun out of his hand, or knocked him down with the hay bale. That's right.
Yeah. So then he goes to fucking shoot the Biggie, and the gun fucking just click, 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 not going off, right? So then you're thinking like,
And we've heard that story
is Biggie
before
Neo?
too.
You know, like
Right,
did he
right,
just do
right.
that? Like, you
No.
know, like did he go to the school of Doc Johnson McStuffins? You know, like fucking, you never know. And so like, there's this whole scene where he reaches for a fucking rake, and Biggie fucking grabs it, and then like, kind of like smacks his hand and tells him no. And yells at him and growls and shit like
Now,
that.
here's my point. Now, we're going to stop right here, and I'm going to bring this back up. If Bigfoot smelled so goddamn bad, he'd have known he was up there. And when he jumped down and got nose to nose with him and his face that friggin' close, he wouldn't have been able to stand the friggin' stench. So what happened to Biggie stinks to all of a sudden at the end of the movie to Biggie don't stink? Much like Kevin Costner's English accent, just kind of drifts away halfway through the movie. Anyhow.
Yeah. So then there's this scene where the Biggie like finds his flashlight and like fucks with it, and then the light freaks him out, and then so the Biggie's yelling at him, and they cut to the scene of the kid, and the kid's in the room with the mom, and he's like waving hi and saying hi to the hairy man and shit like that, right? So then the wife,
that's when you realize for the first time
there's two, and the
there's
wife
more than one.
shoots
That's right.
the gun off at the window and shit, you know, because the fucking one at the window busts through the window, starts reaching in and everything. And so I don't know what the fuck my notes are saying here. So they all get in the truck and drive, and in the back tail lights you see Biggie, and then the fucking other one pop up next to it and shit. So you see two, and then the kid like waves to the Bigfoot, and you're almost like, is that Bigfoot gonna wave? Is that Bigfoot gonna wave? Is that Bigfoot gonna wave? How are you gonna go cheesy? Are you gonna go cheesy? And it doesn't. So you're like, all right, that's what I'm talking about. You know. So then it cuts back to the dad and son that are I'm calling him a dad. I don't know if he's a fucking dad. I don't know what are we calling this guy? Graybeard?
Graybeard and not Graybeard.
Yeah, not Graybeard. Whatever the fuck. And then Baldbeard.
Yeah.
So they cut back to them. And they're like, all right, well, you know, fucking, I'm going to leave. Thanks for the story, Dad. Love you. You know, tell Mom about it, all right? You know, so they're...
Yeah, doesn't even go say goodbye to his own fucking mother.
In his mind. He starts going like Wonder Years and starts narrating in a different voice. And he's talking to himself. And let's just say it's George Clooney or something, right? In his voice, talking to himself about what's going on. So then he stops, and then this is another moment where you're going to be like, are you going to make the guy that's just been fucking getting all these stories about Bigfoot, about to see a Bigfoot because he's got to pull this fucking twig out of the back fender? And he like looks to the bushes, and you get Biggie vision, like something's looking at him and shit like that, but the guy doesn't see anything, and he fucking MK Davis is it, and is like, well, you decide for yourself. All right, God bless. Love you. And just ends the fucking movie like that. And then you just get like a Biggie growl. Yeah, so
and credits. I wanted to like I wanted to love it. I liked it. I wanted to love it, but I liked it. I think The Suit deserves a second movie.
I think the same movie, different actors. Get like fucking, what's that guy's name that was in The Mist? The fucking guy that played fucking Harvey. Get that guy, or get that fucking even Mark Wahlberg would have been a good choice for this bullshit. Just
Danny
one of them
Bonaducci.
actors. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody with a little bit of acting experience
Just
would have
get
been
one.
probably better.
Oh man, yeah, better kids.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, The Suit definitely deserves another look in another film.
The story is perfect.
You know, do some short films or something with it. Don't let it go to rot. That's for sure.
Your camera guys are on point.
Yeah,
guy
definitely.
that
The theatrical
choreographed
experience of it
everything
was
but the
cool.
fight. Whoever
Yeah.
was in charge of the fight needs to get their butt spanked.
Yeah, you need a little
Bare
bit
ass.
better
You
fight
need to just bend them over
coordinator.
and just bare ass spank.
I mean, because it would
at
have
least
been
10
way
times.
cooler if you'd have been like a kung fu artist and like smushed one guy's nose into potatoes while he kicked the other one in the face. Now that would have been legit, but
Yeah, I'm a big dude, and I feel like I would have fucking just like straight. Like,
jack that dude
would have been
up.
untouched in that fight. I would have been
Right.
like fucking moving around people like the Flash. Like, you guys are slow as fuck.
He reminded me of the fat guy from Roadhouse. A bear fell on me. You know, I mean, but
Holy
anyhow, I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 Bigfoots. I'm gonna give it 3. 3. That's right. 3. 3 out of 5. Definitely watchable. Probably watchable a second time. I'll have to see. But it has its ups, it has its downs, but it's definitely not Letters from the Big Man.
No. Okay, now this is what I'm doing. All right, you get a mixed review from me. Everything, even the story, gets fucking 5 fucking squatches from me. 5 biggies. All right, your actors get half a biggie. They all have to divide it.
They all have to share
the
a half a
person that
biggie.
dubbed the kid's voice in, he doesn't get a biggie. He's got to look at everybody's portion of a biggie
and be jealous about it.
and be jealous of it.
Because he doesn't get
It's
any
not
part
even
of
a full
a biggie. That's right. They only get a little chunk of a biggie at that
But
point.
everyone else, you guys did an amazing job, and that movie had the potential to be fucking amazing.
It definitely. Like I said, I would buy it for the collection because it's worth having in the collection. That's what I will say about it. I would definitely go out and get a copy of it because it's worthy of being. If you've got other pieces of crap that we've talked about in your collection, then you should definitely have this one amongst them.
Yeah.
Wes, you wanted to say something to one of the fans who picked up some paintings from you?
Okay, because I put it out there that there's this last sale going on, right? Lance Windsor, he purchased 3 paintings. I'm going to show you which ones,
up, man,
because they're going out to him tomorrow, most likely. So he got the waterfall painting of the Squatch right there.
Dude, I love that one, dude.
I just wanted to show everyone what he purchased because he didn't just swoop up one painting. He swooped up this one too.
Oh, see, you put that under some freaking black lights, man, and that would just...
They all glow.
Yeah, that's freaking fantastic.
And Rev's favorite.
Ugh. The shitter squatch of Louse Camp.
The shitter squatch of Louse.
Lance, buddy, you having that on your wall will make it feel like you were there with us. And we'll personally tell you the story in a hangout one day of how the Bigfoot of Louse Camp came to be.
Yes, but also, Lance, because you bought 3 paintings, I wanted to show you how much I appreciate that. And I wanted to give you something else as a gift. And I want to show you what you get. You're getting the original. I'm sure you see this when you do the show.
Oh, wow.
I'm giving you the original.
I don't even have a copy of that. You better make sure you've got good digitals of that.
I do. But
I need a copy of that from my...
You're getting the original. This is the Copic drawing of that.
Wow.
And because you are the only one that did hook up on the sale, I'm also throwing in this.
Wow.
Which you will see on every show.
I don't even have a copy of that for the wall. That's amazing.
And this
stuff,
is the original, and it's signed by me. So
that's amazing stuff. So pick up some art cheap
on
the website, and you might get a surprise too. You
5 more days until the sale's over.
That's it. We got to get Wes back
down, and there's still other stuff there.
Well, that's going to put it forth to us for this week here in the Squatchers, or in the BEW, the Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly. I saw some people that popped up late in the show. I wanted to say hello to Ricky Perez. Yeah, glad you could.
Ricky.
Oh, Ricky, I'm home.
Ricky.
I saw some Zachary.
Zaccharosis.
How you doing? Glad you could join us as well. And I could have swore I saw some other names, but I'm now defunct.
Some other names. Hello, some other names.
Entirely too. Stuart Wright. I don't think we said hi to you earlier.
Stuart Wright. That's the mouse movie.
Because if Stuart's right, I don't want to be wrong. John Haber.
John
Haber. Yeah, there's no R there,
Maybe.
so definitely
Dalrymple.
that's how it is. And there's a Jeremy Mitchell out there as well.
Jeremy Dalrymple.
No, not a Dalrymple. It's a Mitchell.
Did we say hi to Dave Jackson?
Dave Jackson's always out there.
There's
Daniel
Dave
Walker
Jackson.
as well. All right, people. That's going to do it for us for this edition of the Squatchers Lounge podcast. Don Rice.
Starshine Dalrymple.
I saw you. That's right. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly. Wednesday night, join us for the Squatchers Lounge podcast with Dr. David Vatdorf and I. We'll be talking about the Oregon Bigfoot. That's right. We're going to get the Pacific Northwest wrapped on up. So thanks for joining us.
What was the Bigfoot in South Park? What was that thing called?
The Man Bear Pig?
No, the other thing with the fucking Patrick Dempsey leg. They called it something.
I don't remember. I'm not that much of a South Park fan. I've watched them all.
You guys got to investigate it.
We'll have to find out what that's called. Poor little blonde kid. Hi, Harry, man. Was he being mind fucked? I don't know. Acid
Harry man wanted to get all up in here.
See you next time, guys.